Hey guys, Will Schneider here, Elite Martial Arts. It's Friday afternoon or after lunch. I figured I'd make a quick video. I went to CrossFit last night and I got some interesting takeaways from it. And I looked at it from a school owner slash instructor standpoint, and I thought some of it would be some things you guys might be interested in. Just some of my really quick takeaways. I got 9 quick takeaways, and so I'm going to go over them really quickly. I'd share with you, and it's the season of giving, so here we go. Number one, they are very welcoming. Going to a CrossFit gym, I think, is somewhat pretty. It can be intimidating for someone fresh. Maybe doesn't work out very often. I went in there kind of confident, and I'm gonna go over that in a minute, how that might have backfired. But they were very welcoming. Everyone in the class introduced themselves to me. It was almost like a tribal atmosphere. That was really, really cool. Which leads me on to number 2. It was definitely a tribe environment. Really nice. Again, very welcoming. You felt like you kind of belong. You felt like something that they just all did together. You know, everyone knew each other really well. And I think it's something that we could definitely emulate in our dojos for sure, especially in the teen adult classes, be it if you're running fitness or Krav Maga or Jiu-Jitsu or Muay Thai classes. Number 3, my other takeaway from the experience was run your own race. And just that, they have the workout that you do, but then you do in your time that you want to do. If you want to do more time, less time, you can. But you run your own race. You do it in your own time. And I thought that was pretty darn cool. Even in martial arts, we are black belt academies. We need to have that goal. But, they can do it in their time. We don't want to have them to worry about keeping up with the Joneses because, let's face it, that's how injuries could happen, which CrossFit's known for that, sometimes, and other places as well. But, we're having them run their own race. Number 4 was safety first. So I walked in and they talked about an intro course, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute too, an introductory course. And they were big on safety. So the coaches were right there, making sure that I was doing it properly, making sure I wasn't trying to hurt myself. Although I just walked in off the street and took class, which I've taken CrossFit probably about 5 times now over the past so many years. It's been forever since I've been though. The next one, number 5, coaching, not demanding. And I think this is kind of the big one I took away. In the martial arts, it's easier for us to kind of be the great grandmasters and the great I ams and say, hey, do as I say, but not as I do, maybe sometimes. And I thought they were really cool. They were really just giving encouragement. I think that's the biggest takeaway I would give to any instructor is be encouraging your students, especially the adults, man. It is so hard to be set aside, making that time all the time to come to class. There's kids, there's work, there's TV, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. Number 6, take the Intro 101 course. I went in there last night. They said, you're going to take class? I said, yeah. And they said, when was the last time you took CrossFit? I said, it's been a few years. And they kind of gave me a weird look. And then I figured out why. I took the class, and yeah, even though I work out in the weight room 3 days a week, I still had to kind of figure that out, the way they do things. So I would definitely recommend your students are taking an introductory lesson with you, one-on-one or small group. Make sure you're not throwing them out there in their group lessons like they did back in the 80s and the 90s, and sink or swim mentality. I would definitely set them up for success. Next one, number 7, definitely from a student standpoint, definitely learned to kind of put my ego aside because there was stuff that I didn't quite know how to do. And then some of that stuff was actually hard too. It was really cool doing the jump rope and the other things. But tell your new people when they come to the door, put their ego aside, have fun with training. Again, we're not here to be super demanding. We want them to enjoy the experience. Number 8, little 8 of 9, so last 2. Number 8, I think from my standpoint, definitely try new stuff all the time. I took jiu-jitsu on Tuesday night. It hadn't been in a little while. I got my pearl belt, but as Eric Meyer says, I've not been using it a whole lot. So went in, took class, had a great time. And as Kiyoshi Kovar says, student first, teacher second, and then run your business or your club third. So I think we should always try new stuff. And Erica Martin talked about that today in her video that she posted for Mast about growing and trying new things. So I thought that was kind of cool. I got on that last night, so I saw the video today. It's pretty cool. And then the last one, this one I thought was really cool. Maybe you call it a little controversial even. Keep it real. I think martial arts is about lifestyle. We're not trying to be the Cobra Kai school. We're not trying to be the toughest school or run everybody off because they're not tough enough to fit in. Hey, man, it was just fun being there. I'm sure there's CrossFitters that compete in this and that, and then there's everybody else. And I think in our schools last night, I went from CrossFit right to teaching Krav class last night. And my big thing was I just want to encourage everybody. You want them to do it a certain way, but, I'm not here to kick them out because maybe they're not going to be in the IDF tomorrow or they're not going to be in Special Forces tomorrow. I want them to know how to defend themselves, but I want them to also have a great time while doing it. Because let's face it, after a while, it becomes a lifestyle if it's something that you enjoy. And I think the biggest thing is don't run off people who want to be here, because as I said earlier, consistency is so hard. And especially with kids, with family, and of course, just ADHD and ADD with adults and stuff too. Adults that commit and come to class 2-3 days a week, 4 days a week. Hey, hats off to them. Give them that encouragement, that pat on the back. That's what we all need. So anyway, just a little sharing from my CrossFit experience, and I hope you have a great weekend, great day, great weekend. And I know we're getting ready for our banquet next week and black belt testing tonight. Have a good one.